Time now for lunch break. We are cooking cream of chicken tortilla soup with Chef Clay Erickson. It's just one recipe you'll find in his new cookbook. I love this. 25 soups and 1 chili, because the chili is an award-winning one, and you said that's the only chili recipe we need.
That's worth the price of the book right there.
Okay, so we have to get that. And there's also another wonderful man standing next to me. This is Pastor Brad,
yes,
who we're going to talk a little bit about the proceeds of the cookbook are going to go to your church, which I think is great. So let's get started with our chicken tortilla soup.
Okay, this soup is definitely not for those of you who are on a diet, because we are putting in half a pound of butter in to start this. This off.
It'll be creamy.
Oh, it'll be very creamy, and we'll saute some onions with this, red onions. I'd use the red onions because I like the color, gives it a little more color, and some celery.
And you notice these are all chopped up. He actually brought his own chopping block here, your own cutting board. This is huge. This is serious.
Pretty heavy. I always like to put the spices in while I'm sauteing the onions and the carrots. That way it melds all together.
Oh, really? Doesn't it lose a little bit of the zest of the spices?
Doesn't lose anything. It'll all cook in. It'll all meld in with the chicken that I'm going to add in a little bit.
Excellent.
And these spices here are...
What are you adding? You're going fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm adding cumin, Aleppo pepper, which is a pepper from Syria. It's kind of got a smoky, datey flavor. You can't find it anywhere other than I know of it is the Spice House in Evanston.
Yes.
That's where I get all my spices because they're all so fresh. So, and I'm adding salt and hot chili powder and pepper and chives.
All right, it's starting to smell.
And the chicken.
There we go, some protein to offset all that butter.
Exactly. So something. So we'll saute all these together, and let it all mix together. And I usually let this cook for about 10 minutes, but with with TV we can't go that long.
Sure.
But I'll let this cook together for about 10 minutes, and then I've got a chicken base. And if you ever go to the store, to the grocery store to buy chicken base, you want to make sure that the first ingredient on the back says chicken. If it doesn't, put it back and find one that does, because otherwise you're getting something other.
Chicken base? Does it come in a can or something? I know I don't cook. We know this by now. But
it comes in jars, or don't buy the bouillon cubes, because they definitely don't have chicken. That's not the first ingredient.
Okay.
So they'll come in a jar, and so you can just mix all this together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a roux, which is equal parts butter, equal parts flour. So now I have to put the flour in there, and this is your thickening agent. This will thicken up the soup.
Okay.
And then once all of the flour is incorporated with the chicken and the spices and everything, then you can add the tomatoes. And this is just 1 can of diced tomatoes.
Okay.
Make sure I don't get you
backing up with the white suit.
Make sure I don't get you all messy here.
Oh, that's starting to come together.
So
that looks
coming
good.
together, and start smelling better soon. And then we'll add some cheese. This is a nacho.
Some cheese.
This is a nacho cheese sauce. You can use any kind of cheddar cheese sauce, but this is a nacho cheese sauce.
Okay, folks, we're going off our diet today, because this is definitely...
No, this, like I said, it's not for someone who's counting their calories or their carbs.
Right. Okay, go ahead.
And then we'll add milk. And this is 2 quarts of whole milk. I like using whole milk versus skim milk to give it a little more body, a little more.
Okay.
Yep. And if there isn't enough fat in it yet, we definitely need to add.
Oh, then we're gonna add some half in here. All right.
And that's about it. So then just stir this whole thing up together, and after about 45 minutes or so, do good to the magic TV. Whoops.
Wait, before we reveal, while this is cooking, let's talk a little bit about your cookbook and the fact that the proceeds from it are going to a local church, which I love.
Yes, yes.
How did the two of you get connected here?
Well, I'm involved at St. Paul's Lutheran Church Youth Ministry, and it's hard raising money. It's hard asking the kids to go out every week and try to do fundraisers and get money and stuff like that. So a lot of people have been asking me for the past few years, why don't you make a soup cookbook? Why don't you do it? So I finally put the 2 and 2 together and said, yep, I am going to write a soup cookbook and get it published, and I'm going to donate half of it to the youth group at St. Paul's.
So tell me about some of the programs that might be enhanced by some of the proceeds.
Mostly all of our programs are self-funded, Dina, so anything that Clay provides through his generous heart really benefit our ministries. Our youth go out on retreats. There's national youth gatherings that they attend. So he's been very generous. So far, I think we've received almost $1,600 from Clay. on this, and so it's just been great for our congregation, for our people. They've been really excited, and like Clay said, it's hard for us to ask the parents and the kids to fund all the money.
So if people want to help out, clayscolossalchili.com. You can order the cookbook, and it will benefit the children as well. Now let's take a look at that soup. Okay. Ooh, this is hot, hot, hot.
Don't burn yourself.
I'll plate some up for you.
Oh, that smells delicious. For this recipe will be on our website, but for the special chili one, you got to order the cookbook, and there'll be a link on our website, WGNTV.com/midday.
Do you receive food stamps, Medicaid, or other government assistance benefits?